Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Toby and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is some of Toby's formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give him when we're working with him because he's a senior dog, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash. She keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any little correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar. That is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Toby's going to be coming home with his own training equipment. You're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session on Saturday. Now he is sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're demonstrating is heeling. Now I know that he's had some obedience training. He was pretty rusty, so we have followed up on the training that he's already had. And as you know, heeling is proper leash walking. Never forging ahead, never dragging you, never having a mind of his own or leading the walk, and each time that you stop, he has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. And these commands are extremely important with him because he is reactive on a leash and because he is willing to turn around with reverse aggression at you when you're walking with him. You want him to always know that you're in charge of these walks and not him. So heeling slowly, heeling fast, heeling at whatever pace you decide to move at is what he should be moving at, and when you stop, he should sit. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is his sit-stay. Now he's overly attached to humans. I'm sure overly attached to you, certainly has attached himself to Brandy. So anytime that you leave him is a challenge for him because he wants to be right up on you. When Brandy returns back to him, she walks all the way around him in a counterclockwise position, ending up back where they started at heel position. She gives him a little pat for praise. She may be talking to him as they're heeling and telling him good heel, or pay attention. You got to keep his head up off the ground and keep him focused on you. And you see him looking at Brandy for direction. She's going to leave him in another sit-stay, and I would practice these exercises indoors as well as outdoors. And his favorite command is coming up, and that is the recall or the come on command. It's Toby, come. This is his favorite command because he wants to be on top of you. And the tail is wagging, and he's happy, and he likes performing his skills. And because bearded collies are working dogs, he needs a job. So this is his new job, practicing his commands without distraction to start with until you feel as though you're in charge, and then you slowly introduce distraction. Brandy's going to call him in. He comes right in and sits. That's his best command. And they take off heeling again. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the down from a heel position. So always have him seated first, left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. Your long down stay is best practiced right in your house. Work all the way up to a 5-minute long down stay. He's certainly old enough to hold that. And then your goal should be to be able to drop the leash. But he never wants you to get out of his sight. So Brandy walked all the way around back to his shoulders and gave him another command. Nice automatic sit, down, stay. And we have dropped a leash with him, and you know, he's a good boy. He really is. He crates beautifully here at school. He knows exactly where his crate is. If you tell him get in your house, he'll go to bed. Now the last command that we're going to demonstrate is the down from a distance, and this is Toby's least favorite command because he's not right next to you and he wants to be leaning on you the whole time. As long as Brandy gives him that down command from close and then gives him a stay and backs away, he's good. If you try to give him that down from a distance command from 6 feet away, he wants to crawl into you. So your goal with this command would be to extend the distance that you can leave him and still have him go down from a distance. So we have demonstrated for you Toby's formal on-leash obedience commands. Rich will be answering any questions that you have, going over everything with you, making suggestions. He's a sweet boy. We've enjoyed having him. He's going to get a nice tubby before he comes home. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.